If you ever thought Wuthering Waves was done surprising us, think again. The last few days have seen a spike in drip marketing activity, and suddenly the post-lament Anthropocene, comprehensive mirror for historians, Lahai Roy, dropped and hit us like a tacit discord falling out of the sky. And yes, I mean the kind of drop that makes you sit up a little too fast and question whether the devs finally decided to go absolutely wild with the combat system. Spoiler alert, it looks like they did. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta Sanyon Lahat. Wuthering Waves just pushed out new details about 3.0, and the moment I saw what they were teasing, I knew this wasn't going to be the usual lore dump or map preview situation. Sure, they gave us descriptions about the new region, the cultures and factions living there, and the usual world-building nuggets, but then they casually slipped in what might be an entirely new combat mechanic. Not a seasonal gimmick, not a time-limited experiment, but something that could actually become part of the permanent gameplay experience. And yes, I'm trying not to sound dramatic, you can tell, right? But good luck with that. This is why you need to get started saving up for version 3.0. Loot Bar is currently offering a massive Black Friday sale from November 25th to December 1 to everyone. Tap my link to avail of massive discounts of up to an additional 10% on top of all other offers. Talk about effect stacking and doubling your Loot Bar points. Yeah, don't miss out and join in on the celebrations. Loot Bar is trusted by the gaming community with high Trustpilot scores. Their DIY mobile top-up ensures you get these discounts without giving away your password. So yeah, check it out and click the link in my description and pinned comments. Now, back to the video. Let's rewind for a second and take a quick tour of the new region they're opening up. Lahai Roy sits beneath the Roya Frostlands like some kind of underground tropical miracle, shaped by ancient planetary shifts that changed their axis and forced the Roya people to relocate below the surface. Think humid cavern paradise meets sci-fi cityscape. It's also home to the Star Torque Academy, where geniuses apparently gather to study exostrider tech for the benefit of all Solaris. You know, just normal stuff. Everyday space travel research with a touch of idealism. Star Torque Academy is only part of the picture, though. The Space Collective Research Institute takes things even further, focusing on advanced tech and applied research. Their building is literally wrapped around a transport hub and sits perched on top of the Exostrider's great sword, because of course it does. Nothing says cutting-edge science like building your lab on top of a giant interstellar relic. But here's the curveball. Lahai Roy isn't just tech head central. They also revealed the Roya Tribe, the indigenous people of the region, complete with cultural flair and design elements that immediately stand out. If you've been paying attention to the elf-styled character shown earlier, this is probably where she's from. Her aesthetic finally makes sense now. Those markings, that vibe, the entire look that felt like it came from a lost civilization? Turns out that's exactly what it was hinting at. The tribe lives in the Yarter Woods and plays an important role in guiding the exoswarm migration by observing the rhythms of the world's reactors. It's lore-heavy, it's unique, and it adds depth to the region beyond the science lab underground city image. But now we finally reached the part that made me sit up straight, the new combat mechanic. And before anyone accuses me of exaggerating, let me clarify. This isn't me trying to convince you we're getting some Genshin-level overhaul where combat suddenly becomes an entirely different game. But it is something that brings noticeable change to how we approach enemies. The system revolves around something called off-tune, and yes, it's exactly as weird as it sounds. Basically, enemies now have an additional gauge you can build up by attacking them. Once it fills, they enter what's known as a mistuned state. Visually, they get an effect around their health bar and some extra FX that make it clear they're not having a good day. While they're mistuned, attacking them causes something called tune break. This deals extra damage and resets their off-tune buildup. So far, kind of what you'd expect from a vulnerability mechanic, but that's not the exciting part. When an enemy is mistuned, you can cast something called a tune break skill. This isn't just a bonus hit, though. The Tune Break skill can interrupt enemy attacks, reduce their vibration strength, shatter their defenses, and halt major attack patterns. Basically, it's an extra parry or counter system layered onto the game. What really caught my eye is that the preview animation uses Yang Yang performing what looks like a reactive strike in response to an enemy rushing her. This isn't some random button press. It looks like a timed interaction, something that rewards awareness and timing. And depending on how generous or strict the window is, this could swing anywhere from spicy to absolutely addictive. Another interesting detail is the defense shattering component. Defense reduction in Wuthering Waves is rare. Only a few characters or weapons can do it, so the idea that every player suddenly has access to a universal defense shatter tool could shake up combat flow in a meaningful way. Even if the change feels subtle in practice, the ripple effects across character performance and team synergy could be huge. Oh, and yes, we're also getting 3 brand new echoes in version 3.0. And honestly, it's about time. The roster has been craving more mechanical beasts to break up the familiar silhouettes, and these new additions look ready to scratch that itch. They're bringing in fresh designs, sharper aesthetics, and the kind of energy that makes you rethink your entire loadout just so you have an excuse to build around them. Now, is this the kind of mechanic that will entirely redefine the game? Probably not. But does it add an extra layer of engagement, strategy, and moment-to-moment decision-making? Absolutely. And let's be honest, for a game that thrives on its combat, even small expansions like this can make everything feel fresher and more dynamic. The most exciting part is that this doesn't look like an event-exclusive mechanic. The preview seems to take place inside permanent content like Tower of Adversity, hinting that this system might be integrated broadly throughout the game. If that's true, it means Kuro might be experimenting with long-term combat evolution rather than one-off ideas. Whether you're a casual enjoyer, a combo lab enthusiast, or someone who drags every boss into the corner for stress testing, this mechanic gives everyone something new to play with. And hey, even if it's not earth-shattering, it's still refreshing to see the devs expanding combat instead of just introducing bigger numbers. So, that's the rundown for today. A new region with layers of cultural and scientific world building, characters whose designs now make way more sense, and a fresh combat mechanic that might just become your new favorite button to slam during emergencies. It's a promising direction for 3.0, and if this is only the beginning of what they want to do moving forward, things could get very interesting. But what about you? What do you think about this latest development? Are you excited to enter Lahai Roy like me? Drop your comments down below. If this video resonated with you, you know what to do. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the bell for a free sandwich and massive gacha luck in 3.0. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I'll see you on the next video drop. Goodbye.